Whoa! No way!
Are those streetlights?
No way! Hey guys, and welcome to GT Not Live, where today, get out of the front rooms, we're going to the back rooms. You like that one, didn't you, Matt? You're proud of that one.
I actually did enjoy that.
I'm glad. I'm glad that the ones that are especially lame are the ones that delight you, that get your seal of approval. Because that was rough.
Well, what are the front rooms?
Like an ante room of sorts. You know, like the room before the room. The front rooms.
Like a green room? Like a lobby?
Like a lobby, if you're talking about an office environment, or a, you know, like those rooms when you go into a house, and there's like usually like the dining room over there. Like
those are the front rooms.
Yeah, the rooms that people don't know what to do with, and so they like awkwardly fill them with kind of fancy furniture, but then don't do anything in them.
Oh, like there's a name for that. Not a powder room.
Powder room is a small bathroom.
Yeah, no,
it's
it's a room that's like full of like those big cabinets full of like nice china.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
What is that called? We had one when I was growing up.
Right, I mean, like a lot of houses do that,
Yeah.
with that layout of like you go in, there's like the two rooms on either side. No one really, maybe one's an office if you're lucky.
Yeah.
But it's like,
My favorite room in a house.
What is your favorite room in the house?
The weird half office, half guest bedroom.
Oh, classic.
Love that room.
The like, we need a guest room, but also we need to do work now.
Yeah.
Especially nowadays.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's like
there's a bed in there just in case.
yeah, exactly. Or maybe you just have maybe it's not a guest room. Maybe it's like, hey, I had a really long day at the office.
Yeah.
I need to lay down. Or, hey, I'm hopping onto a title thumbnail meeting. I'm going to go to sleep because this is going to go way too long and I am tired from late night recording.
Is that a Diet Coke you got?
It is.
Yeah,
It
classic.
is. Thank you. Of classic DC.
If it wasn't, I'd be worried.
What else would it be?
I don't know. Cheer wine? You like cheer wine?
Yeah, but not from McDonald's.
Right.
Not in a McDonald's cup.
Yeah.
Don't be a maniac. No. It's funny they bring this up though, because Bojangles, that's a North Carolina kind of like chain where they sell biscuits, chicken and biscuits, right? It's great, awesome biscuits. Took Ollie there over the weekend, and it has at least the one near us has what a lot of old restaurants used to have, I feel like, but you don't see as much anymore, which is the like random room outside of the building that's fully encased, and you walk into it. And there's literally nothing there. It's just like, this is under a roof and it's part of a building. And then you go through a secondary door to go in. It's like the antechamber to going into the restaurant.
I know what you're talking about.
Right?
What purpose does that serve?
Ollie asked the exact same thing. And even as I've been walking into it, because we've gone like a couple times in the last couple weeks, and even me, I've been like, why is this here?
It's like a mud room.
Yes, it is. It's like the room in which you shake off your umbrella, get rid of your boots. But it's a restaurant.
It's like the door before the door.
Yeah, the ante room. Yeah.
That is the front room.
That is the front room. Like if you're talking about what is a front rooms, that is a front rooms. But also, why does a restaurant have I guess it's shake out your umbrella.
Maybe. I bet it's like building code from the 1940s that we haven't updated.
Well, that's exactly what I was thinking too, is as I was doing this, I feel like, especially up in Ohio too, I saw that a lot in older restaurants, but you don't see it anymore in modern building codes. So yeah, either it's a relic of a different time, also it could be like holdover, where it's like, oh, we got too many people, it's Sunday, and so the line needs to extend, but you don't want it extending outside maybe.
Do you remember when Wendy's
Like
restaurants had like sunrooms?
Yeah.
That's like when they're like, go to your happy place.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in like it's like a rainy day. I'm sitting in the Wendy's sunroom.
Yeah, and you're watching the rain go.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah,
I love those.
that was a really unique build. And it's one of those things too where I think it's really fascinating to see the building designs of fast food restaurants, because I think we tend to overlook a lot of that. It's just, it's just another building. But like, you look at what really hits it home for me is when the restaurant leaves or it goes, bankrupt or it moves location. And all of a sudden you just have a random empty building with this awkwardly large red roof.
Yeah.
That's kind of more sloped than you would think. And it's like, oh, that was a Pizza Hut. Like, you can absolutely recognize an old Pizza Hut after it's gone. Same thing with the Wendy's. Like, that era of building construction where it was, what was that? Like, 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
Was that sunroom where every single one had that, like, it's our little patio area, and you get the sun beaming in, or you listen to the rain. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And you would, like, walk down the steps, and you'd be there in your little wood chair.
Yeah,
it was
and the
great.
Wendy's had, do you remember, like, the line had, like, those banisters with the squiggly...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Wendy's restaurant design needs to be studied. Because it's so singular and specific.
Oh, it was so specific. Well, also, back in the day, too, they had the salad bar before that, met its end. Like, that was Stephanie's favorite. She would get little ham cubes. And...
Wendy's had a salad bar?
Uh-huh, yeah.
Ew. That sounds really
It was better and worse.
Than you would think.
Yeah. Simultaneously better and worse. Like, got high highs and low lows. Let's just say that. But no, I think it's really interesting. And so, like, as the universe has homogenized, well, I guess not, because also, like, all the McDonald's had to, like, turn over to become McCafes, and so now all of them have the, like, McCafe extension.
I don't like the way that new McDonald's look.
I agree. I do not like new McDonald's.
Because it's the homogenization where, like, it feels like every restaurant now is the same restaurant.
Yeah. But also, and it's weird too, because that's also what you're seeing in interior design.
Yeah.
In a lot of cases too, where it is this push towards everything neutrals, everything, very stark, very minimalist. You go to a lot of home decor stores and all of it is just like colorless, raw unfinished woods and stuff, or like industrial chic. And so you see it even in, like, not even businesses but houses too. It's been interesting to see how trendy all of this is. And whereas before, like, there were pockets of, like, oh, you can do your own thing or whatever. Now it's all just like, it's all one purpose and we're all streamlining and whatever.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a bummer, because you lose the Wendy's sunroom.
There is this one.
Rest in peace, Wendy's sunroom.
I want to say it's a Walgreens now.
Okay.
In Raleigh, that at one point was an old IHOP.
Really?
And IHOP,
that's a weird fusion.
Back in the day, it used to be these long, like, tavern
Yep.
buildings.
Yeah,
with,
it has, like, the big bar.
Yeah, and, like, super triangle roofs.
Yeah.
And so, like, walking by, you assume it's an IHOP, but it's a Walgreens.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's always, that's the other thing, too, is you think about, like, who's repurposing these buildings, because it's a lot, like, for as homogenized, especially now they're homogenized, but, like, back in those days, if you're retrofitting a lot of those buildings, like, I cannot tell you the number of Mexican restaurants that have come in and taken over Pizza Huts, and you're always like, oh, I'm in the, like, Mexican restaurant Pizza Hut, and that's weird. It never quite works. You're always like, yeah.
Yeah, the ghost of Pizza Hut is always lingering.
Yeah, Pizza Hut lingers. The deep dish lingers. So that's a large discussion about the front rooms. See? Front rooms. Now let's talk about the back rooms. So Kane Pixels is back to continue the saga of the back rooms. There's a couple uploads that have happened, right, Matt?
By a couple, do you mean two?
That is a couple.
You would be correct.
How many are in a couple? Two.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. A couple of uploads, too. Since we last filmed reactions, I think one of them actually is one that I have already worked into a theory, so we don't have to actually watch that one. But there is a 15-minute epic that was just released. I haven't seen any of it. I'm very excited. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is one of the larger gaps in the series. So ever since Backrooms Part 1 really took off for Kane, it feels like it's been really fast on the trigger as far as, like, Part 2, Part 3, Part 4. And so since this upload and this new one that just came out like 2 days ago or whatever, it feels like it's one of the more substantial gaps in time that we've had between uploads. So I'm excited to see what he's been working on in between. So without any further ado, let's hop into it, see what lore secrets we can uncover when it comes to the Backrooms. He's been busy working on his movie. They're making this into a featured film adaptation, like Poppy Playtime. you know.
Oh, yeah, there is a Puppy Playtime movie now,
There
isn't
is,
there?
because all it takes is 30 minutes of
That's crazy.
gameplay.
It's
to
like not
sell
even
them.
a game yet.
No. Isn't that wild?
That's nuts. Do you think it's actually gonna like be made?
Here's the thing.
Or is it that thing where they just wanted to buy the IP?
Here's the thing. It's Studio 71, which has its history of being a multi-channel network, right? Like it was originally the Collective back in the day, where it assembled a bunch, and I mean it was a collective, and it had as an MCN, it had a lot of big channels in it back in the day. I don't know who's in it now. We were in it for a while. Were we in Studio 71? We've talked to them. Were we ever officially in with them, or did we just work with them on? We worked with them on a couple projects. We pitched a show around with them, basically our version of Toys That Made Us over on Netflix. We pitched Video Games That Made Us. Roughly, it was called other things and whatever, but never really took off. But so I'm assuming that them being involved in the digital space, they saw, oh, here's this Poppy Playtime thing taken off. Like you said, let's buy the IP, or the rights to the IP for film, and see what comes of it. I would be surprised to see what comes of it based on their history, but then again, they're also owned by like a large German conglomerate at this point, so who knows? It's a strange time in media. Hey, Backrooms. So first off, this is the one that released after we were done reacting to things. So we never actually reacted to this one called Prototype. Not a whole lot to react to, but for the sake of continuity and us, keeping you up to date with kind of the live theory crafting that we've been doing on the channel. You do get, so the things that are noteworthy of Prototype, as far as I see, right, is you have, first off, a location, Oak Ridge National Laboratory. That's interesting. You have a name with Philip Heyman, so that's something to keep track of. So this is one of the first people. Mostly the date here is important, because placing this in 1982 actually puts it as our first piece of the timeline thus far. Up till this point, we've seen much later dates in the timeline, but this is, with it being in 1982, this is the starting point in the series that we've got thus far. So this is the first experiment of Oak Ridge National Laboratory, Heyman, whoever these people are, to try and make contact with this other realm or create this other realm. So, and then the other thing that's worth calling out here is actually the design. So, like I called out in our film theory, specifically covering the Backrooms lore and starting to pick apart kind of like the lore of the series, here, these resemble electromagnetic field, electromagnetic field generator tubes. Let's see if I can find them real quick. It's kind of like this. I found a really good picture for the episode that resembled it almost like one for one. But you have these tubes. They're long, they're wrapped in wire to create kind of the field generator and kind of drive that, because since you're dealing with electromagnetism, there needs to be movement of electrons, but then the magnetic field usually has to kind of like circulate around to pull those electrons through. So that is kind of what we see there. So that's the stuff that is really noteworthy here. Outside of that, not a whole lot. There's a metal ball, like a metal marble in there. It disappears by the end. And so it's like, we made contact. It's basically like First Contact without it actually. There's another upload that's called First Contact. But that's the thing to note about this one is the electromagnetic field tubes, that this is the first experiment. We have a guy named Philip Heyman and the Oak Ridge Laboratory. So there we go. And that's where things sat for about a month and a half until we got this. So this is the new one, Pitfalls, just released. This is apparently in 1990. So again, 1990 as far as to set some context. 96 is where we see Kane himself disappearing into the Backrooms. And where we did motion detected was 1990, yeah. So this is 3/5/1990 in motion detected. This is where they set up the cameras, Five Nights at Freddy's style. And we see the weird monster crawling across the ceilings, whether it's a person, whether it's mutated bacteria, whatever. Okay, so here's pitfalls. So I don't know what we got in store. Okay, so here we go. 6. Marvin E. Lee. So we got another person who is at least involved in this world. Gotta make sure closed captions are on. There we go. So obviously the closed captions aren't doing us a whole heck of a lot of good. Matt, can you hear it, what he's saying? Because it's so kind of like distorted for me. Like, you know, I could go back and try to clean up the audio and hear what's going on. But I'm wondering, since you have headphones on, are you hearing it more clearly?
Nothing like is standing out to me.
Okay.
It sounds like just chatter.
Okay.
Yeah, we just nobody's coming. Yeah, I think we'll leave it like that. You know, it's gonna call down from Oak Ridge.
Oak Ridge.
The subtitles are correct.
Yeah, I was actually going to say the subtitles here
Yeah.
are absolutely right. And now all of a sudden we got another mention of Oak Ridge, which you just talked about. So there you go. I'm glad that we covered Prototype.
You know, it's gonna call down from Oak Ridge yeah, it's difficult to people down here. You know, if you look at my timetable.
Check 1 2 3. 1 2 3. Mark. Mic check.
You're all good. This is Marv. 1 2 3.
KV31, Chapter 3, MGDSD. So KV31, I think we've seen that before. That's just, if I recall correctly, I think that's just like the label for the Backrooms experiments. I don't think that's specific to anything outside of like, this is just the experimental room or what, but we've seen that before.
3. Marv. Mic check. 1 2 3.
Great.
Magnetic field. Okay, so we see him, you know, once again reiterating magnetic fields, and then the dangers of magnetic fields. That makes sense. Nothing too much to say about that.
This is George. Mike.
Whoop. Wait, what's that?
This is George. Mike.
Huh. Okay, so we know there's someone named George. So we're getting introduced to more and more characters here. Huh. All right, so this is the getting ready process to go into the back room. That's cool. So you see yourself suiting up. Hello, mysterious person in charge. That's not ominous at all. Oh, this is wild. Can I just say, is this still computer generated, or like
I have no idea.
At this point, I can't even tell. And I know that like this whole thing started as like he's just a really talented effects artist who created that first Backrooms video. This is so hard to tell what is real and what's not.
No, it's incredibly well done.
Right?
Yeah.
Like I look at this and like walking through this door, like where I have no idea where computer generated starts and ends at this point. Whether this is all computer generated, whether there are like pieces of sets here, I have no clue. And I don't know if Kane would ever do something like this or reveal like how this is being done. It's why I look at this and I'm like, I literally cannot tell, which is insane.
I'm also freaking out about the sound design.
Yes.
I have headphones on right now, so like it's just, if it is computer generated, then the sound design is incredible.
Yeah.
Because it's like none of those sounds are real.
Right.
And it's like this nice mix of like actual like, oh, what's the word? Diegetic sound.
Yeah, that works.
But then there's like these weird like bird calls almost in the background.
Interesting.
That it's like, I mean, they're obviously just adding atmosphere.
Right, of course,
But it's
but
like,
still.
what a crazy decision to make.
Yeah.
It's just so good.
It's great.
It's so good.
It's great. I love it. I mean, there's a reason why this series has taken off in the way that it has. Is this? Oh, maybe he is computer generated. Look, You can see, I don't know if
He
that's...
moves a little weird.
He does move a little bit like Uncanny Valley. But still, like, the fact that I can't tell, and like, he's so well proportioned in the environment, his footsteps feel realistic, his shadow feels like, it's impressive. It's real. The fact that I have to look this hard to figure it out is really, really impressive. Right, he's a little bit floaty. But man, it's wild. It's so cool. I love this series. Right, and again, we're seeing it from all these different angles. Yeah, you can tell these are a little bit weird. Wow. So this is what we saw them building in a previous upload. This is like the control
vertical
center.
expansion been approved yet?
They're not getting to that until after the presentation.
When does that go through?
Sorry, can you repeat?
What day will the tour be over?
From the 7th to the 10th.
Tour. Oh, they're taking a tour. Would you take a tour of the Backrooms, Matt?
It's like a college tour.
Right? Yeah. Someone holds up an umbrella, walking backwards. To your left, you'll see our beautiful array of walls. To your right, more walls. All right, let's keep going. We're going to go to the admission center now. Right?
Yeah, I'm trying to think what kind of like little fun facts the Backrooms tour guide would tell you.
Right. First opened in 1982 by Professor Heyman, the Backrooms has a long-standing history of...
Yeah, and if you're real quiet, sometimes you'll hear the party goers. And then they like wink at the like whatever student is there.
Right. and then the concerned parents like, excuse me, did you say party goers? Is this a partying campus? Excuse me, is my son going to be drinking?
Moving on.
Sir, it is college. This is actually, I mean, that is actually a true conversation that happened on one of my college tours. I think it was when I was visiting Princeton, actually, where like, excuse me, I thought this was an educational facility, not a party facility. And he's like, well, it is campus. You know, there are festivities. And you're like, and the pair, you could sell that like the overly aggressive dad's like, like, I don't approve. Like, you just lost my application to Princeton. Okay, Dad, let's move on. Umbrella. Amazing. So, Backrooms. Welcome to the Backrooms. Partygoers.
Next report out. Yeah, should be good. Alright, end the day tomorrow, I think. Got the cable? Okay.
Oh, wow. So it's like a pre-built... So is this that red line that we saw? I like that they have a line to build the other line. Like, you know what? We need a way to keep track of where we are in this confusing maze-like structure. Let's build a line to make another line. That's cool. I love the level of detail and like thought that this world has. It's great. Please, someone give King Pixels a movie. The opportunity. It's nuts. This world is just so creatively thought out. Like Blumhouse should pick this up. They're like, hey, Kane, it's like $1 million. Because like their budgets are low. Low enough to like take a chance on, and then you have your, you know.
Okay, good enough.
This is great. Man, it's wild. The level of design. I don't think he said compassion. I think the closed captions were wrong in that instance. Sorry, real quick, I want to just make sure there's nothing in his. You always gotta look at the reflections. No, nothing in the reflection of his lens. There was also that one little glitch. Okay, nothing. But like scenes like this, it's like, what's real and what isn't real in this scenario right now? Are the people walking real? Is it costume? Like they're actual people, right? In costume. but they're walking through a digital environment.
That's what I'm like tempted to think.
It has to, right? It feels like it has to be. But again, the composition is so good.
Yeah.
You just can't tell. Yeah, that must be. Oh, this is cool.
Wow. This is new.
This is. I agree. I agree, researcher. This is new. Oh, that's nuts.
Carpeted?
Looks like carpet on all sides.
7:35.
Visibility falls off pretty quick. Might be at an angle.
And we've got a door.
Don't recognize the design.
Ooh. Gotta get to that door.
You need to cover all the way over there. Assembling a walkway would be redundant. Well, we know it's just another dead end.
Alright, I'll take a look. Go notify Cloud.
I feel like they would probably like strap in, strap in a harness or something.
It was the 90s.
It was the night. Nah, whatever.
Yeah, OSHA didn't exist.
Right, I trust my own balance here. Totally fine in this weird supernatural realm we've either found or created. Totally fine. That being said, I'd be all about it. I'd be like, let's check out that door, man.
Have you seen or read Annihilation?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
I get
Annihilation.
big
Fantastic.
Annihilation vibes from this.
Yeah.
Where it's like this like environment that they're exploring.
Yeah.
There's 4 of them. It's like constantly mutating in a weird way.
Right. Mm-hmm. Annihilation is beautiful.
Great.
Beautiful.
Great book. Great
Yeah.
movie.
Unsettling, too.
Yeah. And Natalie Portman.
And Natalie Portman. Thor. Mighty Thor. Thorette. Female Thor.
Miss Thor.
Ms. Thor. That's it. Ms. Thor. Oh, dude. Why you... No.
Easy.
Okay, so... That was... Ooh.
Oh my god.
What do you see?
Everything okay?
Oh my god. It's green! It's not yellow anymore! It's green! That's how you know when it's gotten serious. That's what they're reacting. I like that the reaction is bigger for him opening a door to a green room as opposed to, oh, here's a floor that is literally made of pits. They're like, oh, that's unusual. Haven't seen that before. Oh my god, he opened the door and it's green.
Something tells me there's more to the room than just the fact that it's green.
But how could he's not seeing what's in that room right now?
No, that was the voice of the guy that just opened the door.
Oh, still though, I feel like the oh my god, surprise reaction would also be like, hey, here is a room full of giant pits.
Pit room.
Pit room. How often do you see a pit room? Like this is something out of a video game.
I want to jump in the pit room.
Into the pit?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm curious. I don't want to jump in the pit room. I want to walk the balance beams of the pit room.
Oh.
See, I'm not a jump into the pit. I may see if I can balance across the pit.
I want to drop something in the pit.
Oh, drop in the
for
pit.
The clink.
That's right, clink. Or a splash.
Yeah. Ooh.
Make a wish.
If it were a splash, that would be really unsettling.
Wouldn't that be weird? You're like in the middle of this like carpeted office-like environment, and you flip it down, like a coin down. It's like, pew. You're like,
or it gets shot back up.
Ooh, shoots back up. That's cool too. There's a lot of options here, Matt.
You should hire me, Kane.
Yeah, right?
We should talk.
This is it. We can come up with random ideas that you can then execute. It's like some of the people on the team where they're always like, why don't we do this and then this and then this? How hard can doing a whole pod? Why haven't you done a podcast? It's like, because it takes work to do like actual, quality stuff. It's one thing to say like, wouldn't it be awesome to do a podcast that's about? And it's like, yeah, and who's gonna do that work? It can't be that hard. It can't be that hard to, drop a coin in this CGI computer animated environment and have it shoot back up.
Yeah, that's what, like 5 frames?
Yeah, easy. Come on.
6 frames.
What were you gonna say, Matt?
I was gonna say we should do a podcast on the moon.
about the moon or from the location of the moon?
Live from the moon.
Live from the moon.
Couldn't be that hard.
Yeah, just hitch a ride with Elon.
Yeah.
One of his rockets.
You're a science guy.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy. Bill Nye's launching stuff up there. One of them's doing something.
We could just, jump on.
Yeah, hop on.
Yeah.
Easy. So simple.
Marvin, get the camera over here.
Across?
You're fine, just hurry.
Okay.
Oh.
Sure, yeah. Okay, just,
Nope, he's not confident enough. You gotta believe. If you're doing this, you gotta believe. This guy's falling in. He's gonna splash. We're gonna have a splashdown, friends.
Yeah, I'm going.
Splashdown.
Normal ground. There's not even there.
Ooh, I saw words! I saw lore bits. While data, so it's backwards, right?
Go back a couple frames. I think there's more.
Good one. While data could be inferred from these readings?
Yeah.
Readings.
Yeah.
Nobody knew what would. Nobody knew what would
Surely be.
right, something Y be found on the other side. What would, is it Shirley?
No, maybe not.
No. What would suddenly? No. Something be, what would something be found on the other side? So, while data could be inferred from these readings, nobody knew what would be found on the other side. That's interesting. That's weird. Huh. So it's this is not only like a live action filming of what's happening, but there's commentary on top of the tape. So someone has come back and like rewatched this tape and added commentary on top of it, which is weird. Right? Because I'm assuming that they're talking about what's through the door.
Yeah, I don't know what to make of that.
Right? That's
a tricky one.
Right? It's unusual. That's cool though. I like it.
Watch it.
Idiot. You're walking on flat ground, man. It wasn't that narrow. I mean, granted, you're in these big hazmat suits. You only have yourself to blame. Here, real quick, I'm just going to flash through this. Okay, I don't know if there's anything interesting. Okay, so I don't know if he falls or just the camera falls. So we see... So this is the camera hitting the ground. We're going through the dark. Seems like there's another layer here. Like there's an opening within the dark pit that we're still kind of falling past. Oh, and now we've landed? Oh no, we're still falling. Weird. Huh.
Marvin, do you copy?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Oh, okay, so he did fall. Wait.
I think I pulled something in my shoulder. I'm a bit dizzy, but no, I'm fine.
Huh. Oh, weird. So it's a vertical hole that shoots you out of a wall. That's funny. Honestly, he should be able to recover from that. Like, you do a little jump, scurry back up. That's not that devastating, actually. He just went down a fun slide. Backrooms. This is our fun slide. This is our fun slide room. Come join. Fun slide room. Slide right down into your dorm. Excuse me, is this a party slide? I thought this was an academic institution.
Strictly for transportation. So.
Yeah, yes, just to get you from class to class faster.
Describe your surroundings.
It's different. Like a room up there, but
It's different. It's like a room. Unlike all the rest of the building that we've been exploring, which has been decidedly not room-like. This right here, this is a room. This is a room. All that other stuff, not room. This room.
texture's the same, but the wallpaper is different. It's a bit greener.
It's a bit green. It's green! Oh my god, it's green.
Hold on, I need to see if... Nope. I'm not reaching the tunnel I fell from. The opening comes out through the wall, but it's too high.
Is it though? Is it? It wasn't that high. Based on how high you're holding the camera, just run at the door and leap. So this is a life or death situation. I'm not even gonna attempt. Maybe a tiptoe? Stand on a tiptoe, maybe? No? Nothing? No one's going tiptoe here? Oh, grab and lift. It's like, nah, you know what? I'm good. I'm just gonna explore, in this place where I have to wear a hazmat suit and we get lost all. I'm fine. I can't go back up there. It's too high.
I believe him.
This
It
is
looked high
way.
up.
Yeah, look at. Did you look? Look at that. If he's looking up, here I am holding the camera. I'm looking up.
Uh-huh.
You could reach that. He must have a vertical leap of 0 to reach that.
He's a scientist, not an athlete.
It's not even like stretching. He wouldn't even have to. I bet even if he lifted his hands even moderately above his head, he would be able to get there.
Greener.
It's a bit greener.
Hold on, I need to see if...
So it's interesting that there is a gap in the bottom of the wall, it looks like, right here. Like you can see underneath.
I'm not reaching the tunnel I fell from. The opening comes out through the wall, but it's too high.
Too high. No. Sorry, we have to go into the unknown.
Okay, just stand by and stay put for a moment.
Got it.
I feel like this is an easy problem to solve. We will lower you a rope to heft yourself up the 5 inches you need. It's okay. Hang tight. No, he's...
Camera check.
Seems to be fine. I'm recording, but who knows what the output will be like.
Mark, make your way back over to this side. Carefully.
Mark. Okay, so we're following Mark.
I need to get this. It has to wait. This takes precedence.
So wait, Mark is the one in the green room? Or is Mark the one in the slide?
I don't remember.
Because Mark said,
I need to get this.
do you have another camera? I need to get
It has
this.
to wait. This takes precedence.
Mark, make your way back over to this side. Carefully.
So I think Mark is
Mark's the guy in the green room.
in the green room who went to through the door.
Do we have another camera? I need to get this.
Yeah.
It has to wait. This takes precedence.
You could verbally tell us, Mark, what you're seeing
Right on
though.
the guideline with the weight attached.
Oh, hey!
Use it to climb up.
Just tried that. There won't be enough length to reach you. George, go run back to standard and bring it tether. Hang in there, Marv.
What was that?
What was what?
I like that that's described in... that the closed caption described that sound as applause. That was not applause.
That's like a whoop.
Yeah, that... or whooping in distance.
No, that's like at high school graduation where you're not supposed to yell or like applaud until the very end.
Yeah.
But somebody's overeager dad is like, woo!
Yeah, it's true. That's my boy! He didn't party!
It's the same dad.
It's that dad. He avoided the pitfalls of his early 20s!
I don't know.
I didn't hear anything up here.
Sounded like... I think there's somebody down here.
What?
I hear yelling. Like, a person is yelling.
A person?
Yeah.
Huh. What is that? Just a gap under that you can like... Huh. I don't know. Just a different room? Like, is it a gap in the wall that you can slide under in a cool, awesome way? Like in a video game? And then you're into, like, the red zone? Oh.
That makes no sense. Are you sure you're not just hearing us?
Oh, this guy.
No, it's definitely not from you.
Okay. It's a road? Whoa! No way!
What? Are those streetlights?
No way!
The left hallway, and it's right there, under the gap in the wall.
You need to stay at the hole. George will be back any minute, then we can assess the situation from there.
Oh, someone said, "Can you hear me?" That time I heard it.
But what if Miller's right about the null zones?
Even if that's the case, I agree with Mark. It's not worth the risk.
Nothing is worth the risk.
Oh my god.
The null zones. Oh, this is wild.
Marvin, do you copy?
Hello?
Nope, you don't. No, don't do that, man. What are you doing? You're in this weird nebulous, like, alternate reality space or whatever. And you're like, hey, I'm hearing strange voices in the distance. Have you never seen a horror movie at all? Hey, excuse me. I'm a scientist in a hazmat suit. I'm confused about what I'm seeing here. Any monsters or anything that can help me, please? That'd be great. I fell down a chest-high slide area. I cannot stretch to reach it. I can't wait for them to get me a rope and recover. Please, someone.
Can you hear me?
Marv, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
I'm trying to find them. I know how to get back. It's fine.
What is that? Is that like a silo? Trees? Trees? What is that meant to be?
I'm seeing trees.
Right, trees?
I know how to get back. It's fine.
Keep us posted.
All right, fine. Keep us posted. The most alarming thing is that there's a street here, which implies that there might be cars down here. Just live underground, hey guys.
It's like a neighborhood.
Thank you. Thank you for that deep insight. It is like a neighborhood.
Hello?
It's evening time in the back rooms. They're watching like alternate version Jimmy Fallon inside, like, hey, quiet down in the street there. Alternate universe Jimmy Fallon is making a joke with alternate universe Paris Hilton. Quiet. We need our evening entertainment out here. Yeah, we're gonna go. Okay. See, this guy's just asking for it.
Can you hear me? I'm
Anything?
Are you gonna knock?
I'm entering one of the
Just
houses.
gonna break it in. Okay, fine.
Do it together.
You get what's coming to you. It's the ante room. Mud room.
Okay. This is odd.
There are inverted turn signs in this room, coming out of the carpet.
They're inverted? What do you mean by that?
Mirrored. They're not oriented properly.
Anybody here? Are we finding someone else?
So this is keep us posted. So
Huh.
Send camera.
I think I'm losing you. Just stand by.
Nope. Again. Bad decisions. same one it is. I didn't know if it like changed.
I think I'm.
Yeah, it's the same. Okay. Color changed a little bit though.
Marvin, 403, do you copy? Repeat, Marvin, do you copy?
This is Marv.
Okay. Good, we read you.
Weird.
What?
I think someone's been living down here.
Living down there? That's not possible.
Oh, this is nuts.
Hey! Can you hear me?
Sorry, can you repeat that? Marvin?
That's not a person.
What is it?
Oh, it's a monster!
That is not a fucking person!
Nope, 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 nope. Oh, crazy! Okay, so he drops the camera, he falls, okay.
George, it's immediate. Marvin, what's going on? Get ready for that suitcase. Here, hold it like this. George,
Okay, I'm here. Send it down.
George, on our end. Gonna take a moment. Grab it like, yeah, hold it. Okay. Good, we don't have to. Okay. Stand clear, we're sending it down.
Oh! What is it? Suitcase. I guess it's the weighted tow line. Pull it up. Don't. No! Oh, what a cliffhanger! Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, that was awesome. Wow. So, okay, so what do we see? Okay.
Sorry, can you repeat that? Marvin?
That's not a person.
Okay, so it's definitely
What is it?
That is not a...
Huh. All right. So, what have we learned here today about the Backrooms outside of the Backrooms researchers literally have no ups? This is wild. So it feels like there's either there was an underground society, or there is at least a replica of normal society that also feels human. Like this creature, whether it's bacteria, fungus, like we've gone through a couple different guesses, right? It's bacteria, it's fungus, it's something. But it seems like the creatures are humanoid in some way, whether they are born out of humans and they retain some of the human qualities, or they're like twisted humans that have been like contorted via fungus or bacteria. But these are like very humanoid screams. We also hear them talking, and whether that's a luring mechanism or they're actually able to talk before like they see someone and they're like crying out in pain, like, help me. Like that's nuts. What do you think, Matt? What's your interpretation of what we just witnessed?
I think I see two options.
Yes.
One of which is that it's like a lure mechanism.
Right, like the calls.
Yeah, like in the same way that cats meow.
Yeah.
Like it learned to mimic human voices.
Yeah.
The other thing that I'm thinking, and this goes back to the signs being backwards.
Yeah.
It seems like the Backrooms has the ability to replicate things.
Yes.
But it doesn't do a good job.
Right. I would agree with that.
I'm wondering if that monster is the Backrooms' attempt to recreate a person.
It does seem like it's trying to I agree 100%, where it feels like it's a simulation or something that's trying to, or like an AI trying to understand human society or the things that it's seeing. Mm-hmm. And yeah, like you said, replicate them, but not doing a good job of it. Mm-hmm. It also feels very upside downy in a way. Like talking about Stranger Things, it's one of those things where everything is the same, but it's reversed and a little bit darker and a little bit scarier. Like it feels very, like even the monster feels a bit like Demigorgon-ish, where it's kind of plant, but also humanoid in a way. You know, civilization is twisted and a little bit darker here.
I like what you said about like AI generated.
Right.
Like it feels like, you know, like those websites where you can like input a bunch of data and then an AI thing recreates what it thinks that is.
Yeah.
It feels very that.
Right. The backwardsness of it. Yeah, it's like, it's a home, but it's not quite a home.
Mm-hmm. And it's like an office space, but it's not quite an office space.
Right.
And it's like continuously generated as well.
Yeah, and you're totally right. I like you calling out the fact that it's like, they've replicated this a bunch of times, which feels unusual. You know, and like, oh, we can make this is a traffic sign, but we don't understand that it's supposed to go next to a road. Mm-hmm. You know, like we recognize it has some value to humans or whatever, but, you know, there's no recognition of like, oh, this needs to be placed in a road for it to have meaning.
Right.
You know, oh, we recognize that hallways are a thing, but our hallway is awkwardly long and doesn't connect you to another room, like it is a random hallway, right? So a normal backpack.
That's interesting though.
Right, this is weird.
This is Marv?
Okay. Good, we read you.
And it does, when he's like, it feels like someone's living down here. That's weird. Like random backpack, random chair, cardboard, which is, I'm assuming the cardboard is here to like sleep on.
Right.
What?
I think
Numbers. Why are there numbers?
Those look like from houses.
No, totally. Yeah, like they're ripping down numbers from like the housing units or something,
Right.
or they're putting them up in some way as a means of what? Communicating? Talking? Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I agree. Yeah, those are very clearly like housing, like front, post box numbers kind of thing, mailbox numbers. Right? Even this idea of like, here's an anteroom made of brick, but like, why are you having two entryways to this? You know, like, so the AI or whatever has generated a house, not really understanding what normal house structure and flow is like. So we made a room with another room.
And then like the house doesn't end either.
Yeah, the house kind of goes backwards and there's no... And it leads to another series of rooms. I'm trying to see if there's anything weird about the street. No, everything kind of seems normal otherwise. Placement of the houses is a little bit weird because it's kind of like the house is right off of the sidewalk. It's a little bit odd. Stars, trees. Huh. Very interesting. This is cool, man. I love this. I'm so interested. Like I said, I said it before, but I say it again. And it's not like I have any effect over these things. But, man, Blumhouse, while you're waiting another 10 years for the FNAF movie to get underway, if you're looking for another thing that taps into the internet market, us digital kids, Backrooms, easy. This is an easy, like, reach out to King Pixels and be like, hey, clearly you have a cool idea for this world that you're creating. Here is money, make a movie, or advise us on making a movie. Like, it's so cool.
Yeah, he's also like very clearly proven that he's talented.
Right? It's like, hey, you're making this on whatever shoestring budget you have.
Right.
Here, we're going to partner you with like an established director. You know, here's a wider team. Whatever it takes, go.
Yeah.
Go crazy. It's so cool.
It's really good.
Right? I look at this and I'm like, this is in a way, and the cinema, the filmmaking, you got the chops, whatever. Could it be better? Yeah, maybe, I guess. Like I said, it's really solid. But more than anything else, what I'm impressed with and what I'm most excited by in this series is the world building. And I think that's where so many movies fall down because no one thinks about it, right? Like, what is the logic of this world? What are the ways that these monsters, creatures, fictional worlds, how would they operate? And even though we're figuring it out and you know, it's being seeded out to us and stuff, like, there's a clear methodology here. There's a clear thought process of scientists found or created this place, we're exploring it, but we're taking the necessary precautions. Here's the anteroom. Here's how you get in. Here's how you navigate through. Here's what happens here's the protocol that happens when someone falls in and has a safety issue. You know, here's the world as we're experiencing. It's great. It's great. It's so fully realized, despite us only getting fractions and pieces of it at this point. It's a world that I just want to explore more of and learn more about, which is, hey, that's why we do theory channels, right? I'm always looking to dig deeper into how these worlds work, and you know, sometimes we're layering that on, and sometimes the creator is smart enough to have thought through that stuff, and I think Kane is one of those that's really thought through it. So, you know, what's his face? Jason Blum and I have tweeted back and forth. Maybe I'll tweet at him and be like, hey, Backrooms.
Send a DM.
Yeah, we tweeted back and forth. At one point, we might have done something about the FNAF movie and then that fell through. But hey, be like, hey, this guy. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll bring it to his attention at least. But yeah, this is awesome. Kane, you are incredible. I can't wait to see what else you have in store for us. Obviously, this was a huge effort. I don't know how long it takes to make these. I don't know how you're making them. It's awesome. So please keep doing what you're doing. And you guys watching, keep supporting Kane and everything that he's doing. Can't wait to see more. So until the next upload, I guess we wait and we run away from whatever weird bacteria, fungi monsters here in the anterooms. We wait for the back rooms. So as always, friends, thank you guys so much for watching. And remember, it wasn't a live stream, but it was a video for you. See ya!